Hello, hello, and bleh. Yeah, hello, hello, hello. There we go. And welcome back. It is part 2. Back-to-back days, I should say. I didn't think I'm going to do 2 in one day because then people miss one of them and don't catch the other one. So we are back-to-back days on the same project, and we are working on the Tattered purple journal cover. And this is Joanne with the Jewel Design. Hello. So here it is, ladies and gentlemen. I got it done, and this is not even the one we were working with, right? Here's the one we thought we were going to use, and I forgot to shrink them, but I was able to get the pages printed side by side like I wanted on a 8.5 by 11. But it was a little bigger than I wanted. But I thought for this back page where it's back cover, it's so much, it was beautiful for the back. But while I was flipping through, how I missed it in the pages, I don't know. It sort of worries me that I missed it when we were looking at the pages. Makes me wonder if I have the page, because you didn't know. Hold on one sec. I was like looking, going, did I even have that page and just missed it? Because I can't believe I missed it when we were looking through it. Oh, it's one of the back pages. Yeah, okay. Probably didn't get that far in the book. So when we were looking at pages trying to decide, I saw this one. And it's up in the corner, so it was smaller general. Couldn't do the 2-up prints. And look at it. It is gorgeous. I love it. Everything for the most part, unless you have really, really bright light, faded out with the washies. We went ahead and used, I keep saying washies, Sharpies. The Sharpie lights, there's a little bit in here I see now with bright lights in it, but it's not bad. It's not the end of the world. We have the glitter glue, the bigger bottle, and I went ahead and hit up all the rest. I love how I glue this down. We have little circles of scraps. That background page around these framed things had scrappy paper, so I made a bunch of circles. Nothing fit a 2-inch, but I had enough to make a bunch of 1-inch, or not even 1.5, I think these are 1-inch little circles. So I grabbed a couple to give us layers. Able to get that flower in there. I'm really glad that I sort of cut it out and turned it around until I got it to where I wanted it. Added some glitter to it, added some of those little gold things to it. Just, I don't know, I'm really happy with it in the end. I'm glad we put this up here. This was supposed to be here, totally forgot about it. I'm laying it out and I was like, oh, I knew I'd forget. But you know what? I put it up in this corner and it just, like, it fell in place. It was beautiful. I did try spraying this with that protective gloss stuff, the grime guard, whatever, so that when I put the glitter on it, knowing the other glitter was a water base, it wouldn't wash out the ink. Well, it did anyway, but it's okay. It sort of made it a green in the middle, but I love the yellow. I just put gold on yellow. And I watered it out. I'm like, what the heck? But I have little bits of like Sharpie in places, and we've got the glitter in places, and I'm just loving it. It's really pretty. I mean, I don't know how well it shows up in the video, of course, because, well, but I'll try to take really good photos of it, and you'll see it in the previews on the Instagram if and when I decide to go to sell it. And then the back is simple right now, so as I get my stuff, the lady I bought my trim from, I ordered on the 19th. A shipping label was finally created on Thursday the 27th, and it still hasn't even shipped out though yet. Like, a label was created 5 days ago and it's still not out, so I'm a little bummed with this Etsy shop, but we'll see what happens when it gets here. There was no notification of, I know once the label was created, it said to be here between the 28th and the 5th of August. She is only 5 hours north of me, so by drive, so I could see maybe 2 days, 3 at most, via post office, just because of the stop and go. Where she at, a minimum will hit a hub, like 2 major hubs before it gets to me, but it could be here in less than 3 days. But it was Thursday, she didn't send it out Friday, so I don't have it yet, so I'm a little bummed about that. So hopefully by the end of this week, I'll have the trim and the ribbon. And, I'll have to do little tidbits of adding extra things in places. And, reinforcing those pages so we can get it sewn in. So, I'm so happy. Oh, no, I do love it. It actually came out a lot better than I expected. I'm really bummed I couldn't do it on the camera with you guys, but my luck, I would have done it and something weird would have happened. So, it's all dry. Like I said, the back up finished, so we have all the little things outward. And it's pretty solid, so it definitely gives some, more oomph to the thing. So, on to the inside. I'll at least do that with you guys. So one of the pages that like I said I was going to do, I decided to sort of cut because I liked this rippled edge. And I was just going to lay it here, right? But I don't think it's hardy enough on its own. I'm going to be really careful with this page right here. To hold, we're in camera, yes. To hold one of these. These are pretty thick. These are pretty hardy. And so I'm afraid if I put it in here, it's just going to be flimsy and it's not going to hold it in place, right? So what I'm thinking is we're going to flip it around and we're going to layer it up and we're going to make it a double pocket. And, shoot, that's all right. I hopefully didn't hear that. It didn't stop the thing, so there we go. I showed my mom a picture of the cover, and of course she's chatting while, you know. There we go. Okay, no one else will come through. So I had a picture of the cover. I was like, oh, look what I did today. So anyway, we are going to do this to where we're going to glue the bottom, glue the top, glue down the sides, and make it a double pocket, right? And we're going to put a thumb notch over here to help hold in one of the cards, and then it leaves me a second pocket in the front to make another card. So I'm stoked about that. I did print up a 4-up version of her pages. I have to cover that. And cornered them. And so I do have 4 pages. And I took one of the pages and I lightened it up as a backing. So there are 4 large journal cards that'll go in the 2 pockets. You can also write in those pages, so on and so forth. So I'm trying to give you some writing space in a lookbook. So it's not just pretty to look at, but you do have some ability to write in it. So, you know, I'm trying. But we are back for another day. I'm, of course, recording this all on the same day because I'm on a roll. Like, oh, come on. But you guys get to see it, you know, what you saw the first one Wednesday. You'll see this one today on Thursday. And I am just trying to get through the day. It is supposed to cool off for us. So our Tuesday, Wednesday, or Wednesday, Thursday is supposed to be in the low to mid 70s. I am so stoked about that. We'll see. It's 85 plus right now. And like I said, the weekend is supposed to actually be, they're predicting 91 to 95 degrees in our area. So, oh, God, I don't know. All I talk about is weather. I don't know what to talk about. I mean, we're home. We're hanging out. We're doing whatever. And yeah, I got more. I can make these little squares. I can make these little tabs. I love cutting off these extras. There's every little aspect of her pages are so pretty. Oh my gosh. So, yeah, no, I'm loving it. But, oh, here we go. Gotta make sure, now this, I gotta make sure I do keep the page pretty tight because I do not want to, hold on. No, I went to the bottom, right? Yeah, okay. I was like, wait, gotta be careful what I glue. I do want to make sure there's plenty of room in this pocket for everything that we need and I don't come up short and I don't end up, okay, well, I line up one side, I've gotta trim off the other. That works. Oh, you know, my cutting's not straight, ever. Okay, but that gives us 2 pockets in the cover, which I love. Alright. I figured it'd just be a fun way to take the page and sort of cut it and layer it and overlap it to give more dimension. I'm loving the pages. I know she has some really pretty ephemera to this, so don't like feel you have to make ephemera for this kit. There is a purple ephemera kit to go with this. I just wasn't, me personally was not my cup of tea. I didn't know what I was making with this kit, so I didn't buy both. I figured like this, kept it simple, played with it. I could just keep, you know, printing pages at different sizes. You know, letting my Adobe Acrobat print them 2-up, 4-up, 6-up. I'm not tweaking anything in a way where I'm messing with the design, except for the back page there. It's a joy of being a graphic designer. I did lighten it up so I could have a, what's the word? What are you guys doing over there? Where'd you go? Here we go again, my cat and her climbing. God, I hope not. Keekers. I know she was out here. I don't know if she stayed out here. Yeah, if you follow me, you know that a couple weeks ago, there you are, baby girl, she decided she was going to go play in the rafters of my garage and then end up, of course, above my head, and rafters above my head, above the workbox, and I'm like, oh, my workspace, and I'm like, no, I gotta pause again. I can't keep doing that. It unnerves me. It's bad enough when I'm working out at night and it's warm out and God knows what critter thinks it's crawling through my rafters and stuff. Don't like when I hear stuff because I have a crawl space underneath and nothing should be able to be under there, but yeah. I'm like, they get into the garage, they get into things. I've been lucky that they're not eating my stuff that I'm aware of. Most everything's in plastic boxes, but okay, so the goal is to put something in the back. Now this might go in the bigger pocket on this side. This one might be a little lighter. Oh, it's the same paper though, huh? Well, that's not a bad thing. It looks like a set. And then you just pull it out and it has the tags and the ability to write on the back. Maybe that is thinner. Neither do you. I used the paper and I put all these layers on it that everything is a little warped, especially in the heat. So, yeah. Alright, now the fun part is trying to get it on flat edges when I am gluing it, because we do have some bumps and stuff going on with it. So, anyway, yeah, so my gold stuff's on its way. Cat is behaving herself. She's not on the rafters. I just thought I'd get on here. I don't know this will take very long. I don't know how far I'll get into it with you. I don't want to be too long back to back with the same project. Even if it is 2 days in a row, it's not like you watch it all in one day, but you never know. Sometimes you ladies are busy and you do get to both of them, you know, on the same day because you had a busy day and you just didn't get to it the day before. So I can sort of eyeball where my line is here. So I have room. I also want to make sure I have room to sew and not worry about bumping up against anything too much. And it's nice because the front is smaller than the back. So it gives us some decor space, gives us some play. And everything is a little warped. So every time I add a layer, it does sort of help maybe straighten everything out. I can hear the little crunches every time I press down on something. Gives it its own perfect, you know. Alright. So there's that. It bunched up naturally, which is sort of cool. So maybe this will go with this one. I think either way, it looks similar. But that fits really nicely. It goes right in. There's nothing on the back to worry about. The front's even pretty thin. So I love that. That actually works really well. And then I do have journal cards. I just don't know if I want to put a big one in there. Maybe I'll make something else to put in there. Because I really like the fact that the journal cards on the pages, because they are large journal cards. So, yeah, we might wait on that one. But there's that. So, you know, we open it up, we see some corrugated, we have a pocket. I will find something to put in this pocket. Definitely. If not, it's just, I mean, it is just dimension, if nothing else. If I absolutely have to, it's just a little pocket you guys could put something in. No one says I have to fill every pocket. It's nice to know you have something to play with, right? And then on this side, we have two different things going on. One, I like the idea of this sort of in the corner. So when this is closed, you see a little bit of the pocket, and you do see something going on here. I almost thought about centering it, but then I thought it may be too weird. So we're going to keep it on the outside, and I can always find another way to layer in here. So the guesswork is to put that there. Then this one, I want to make sort of a corner tuck pocket. So we're going to cut up here, cut at an angle, right? So we have sort of an angled corner pocket to put that other piece in. But let's stress the obvious pieces. Maybe not. Things are going to dry. Not good. All right, let me find the right scissors. Bigger ones sound like a better idea. But I see the lines in here, and so I'm feeling like just utilizing the lines that are already here. Let's see if I can get it where I want it to go. Not too shabby. Likey. But see, then I have this. So I have bits and pieces in here. I have squares and triangles and pieces in this lovely whipped page collage that she created to play with. So it's not, wait, I almost thought about cutting out this and distressing it and putting it like in the corner for sort of a 3D thing. But I think we're going to do a little bit more than that. We have a light. Like this doesn't need to be decorated per se. I may put some trim work on this one, but it's really pretty on its own. This is a little more simple, so we may put the lace and some tulle and some, you know, some things on here and up here just to emphasis, but not make it too thick because it is going to make this even thicker than it already is. But that is the fun part, right? It is being a lookbook, and the sort of elegant grunge that it is, it's okay to have it be a, you know, chunky monkey. So sort of excited about that. I just don't know if I should try to get any more papers in here or any more pages in there, because the papers are definitely lighter than the other stuff. That's not a bad thing. I don't know. I put some stuff in it from the Godspeed shop, and her what do you want to call it? Things. I can't think of what right now. I had found some other papers. I don't know if I found the purple or not. If I found some others when I was working on the welcome kit, I know I put some digitals in there. I have to see what else I found. So this one we can come in a little bit, and like we did on the other side, we don't have to go all the way to the edge. It does overlap, but doesn't overlap anything major. I can do it to where there is gap, or do it more up and not worry about that bottom. Because we are going to glue here, and we're going to glue not up here, but down the sides and up here to keep things from falling out. My thought was then maybe, like I've been doing, maybe cluster this a little bit in some fashion if I can get it right up here, so we sort of see that. The whole point is, well, then we see it, right? We sort of see this pretty extension of here up here, then the border. Don't see the pockets, but that's okay. I do have some trim work. That's, you know, variations if I distressed it. Like, I can find ways to keep sort of collaging this backside with a little bit of flair using the ribbon and the tissue and the tear weird space. Put a little lace on it. I want to put that in there too, I think. So, alright, let's get the two pieces glued down and then we can decorate them up. Start decorating and see how we do. So hopefully your day was good yesterday, that you've had a productive week, because if this is, you know, watching this on a Thursday, for you guys, the week's almost over with. I am still working on it, of course. So my next set of videos will actually probably have some updates. Now that's going to be the fun part. I don't know when the next videos are going to be. I've got errands on my Tuesday. I have errands or projects with my mom on Wednesday. Like Wednesday, Thursdays are a swap of days. I got more errands on Friday. And then my daughter's birthday. So like, then we go into sort of birthday end of summer mode. So I don't know when I'm going to have a moment. I'm either going to have all the time in the world this week, and I'm just going to be stockpiling my videos, which is fine because with a week of busy and with our birthday summer, like last push, but that leads into a weekend of prepping for then, you know, the weekend before school starts. So birthday weekend leading up to the weekend before school starts. And then it's those last minute ordeals right before school. So once school starts, man, I can go back to doing a bunch of videos. So maybe it'll be, I don't know, it may not be anything. The book stack is pretty much where it's at. I did the cover and stuff, so it's deciding what ephemera to work on the inside, which I'll get back with you guys, back to it with you guys at some point. And then the Christmas one, you know, the winter one definitely gets put aside. So I'm not in the mood yet. I'm not ready to pull that stuff out yet. I need to get fall going first. I don't need to do any fall journals. I have a fall journal up still for sale. Did a little tweaking on that, but well, I take that back. I do have a fall journal I made with my porch prints, and I feel like I need to add to it now that I've had some time under my belt. It's really pretty it's a really pretty journal. There's nothing wrong with it. I just made it and wasn't sure what to do. And I feel like I need to go back and keep adding to it now that I have a little bit of, you know, experience under my belt. And that one I might sell here soon. We'll see, you know. I gotta tweak it just a little bit more to where I stay within her standards, within her, you know, requirements. I want to make sure everything's altered, and I don't think I have enough things altered. I think I do have some things just sitting in the pages. I don't know. So maybe I may work on a journal. I may be revamping a autumn journal to sell. So I'll have two different types, definitely, of, you know, journals up for sale. But it's really going to be more the getting the autumn kits. I did a lot of autumn though last year. I kept telling myself I'd be done and I'd do another one, and I'd be done and I'd do another one, and I'd be done and I'd do another one. I just kept coming across really cool artwork, and I'd be like, but that works really well. Let me try again, you know. So yeah, I mean, I had pumpkins and water splash with watercolor stuff on it, and what are you doing? No, that is not. Just be with canvas boxes. It's so fun. Anything fabric, anything leather, anything that she can put her little fingers, toenails into. My cat, or not my cat, my daughter's cat. Haha, she'll be mine though. Got 2 years. She's going to be busy. Then she's going to go to college, and I have a feeling that cat's going to be more mine, because even my youngest won't be home that much. So, what are you doing? No. Oh, she keeps clawing my bags. She's like, but this has a scent on it, and it's not my scent. It's not my scent, Mom. I need to have it. All right, let's see. We're gonna cut it here, maybe. But she's outside. I don't know why she's. I thought she could enter my daughter's room, but maybe not. or he's just out here and I'm talking, so she hears my voice. She does like to be where she thinks things are going on. If me and one of my daughters are in one room talking, she has to come find out what's going on. Turn the faucets on. She has to come see what's going on with the water. And now she thinks it's fun to pat at all my stuff in my workspace. Like, why are you doing that? There's a box with papers in it, so of course it has a scent that isn't us on it. And then she's patting at my canvas box that fits in the 12 by 12, like 6, the cubes, the 3 cubes, 2 cubes, 6 cube things you get from Target. I guess IKEA has them too, but you know, anyway, the Target special. And she loves the canvases because she thinks they're great to put her clothes into. Alright, so we got that. We are going to try to do the same thing here, what we did with the other one. I just don't know. Like, I'm wondering if I should fold it under first and then bunch it up. I don't know if I want a rough edge. And I'm using the wrong one at the moment. It's alright. I did this the other day with something and it worked actually better than I expected. Alright, that's where I could just sort of, yeah, smush it and like it actually held for a second. But the rest of it should be probably this. Plus it's warm, so gotta get that pressure out of there. Alright, so we're gonna lay this on top. Plus it's mesh, it's gonna go through. So that'll help. We're gonna do this and we're gonna fold it down. And we're gonna use a dry wipe to keep it from sticking to me. I think it's another problem with my fingernails. It's like fingernails, nail beds, artwork, whatever. Let's see if that'll hold it all. Sort of worked to the front. It actually did, but I just kept putting glitter or glue on the ridges of the front and press down, ridges, press down. I think give it a moment to settle in. It's not too bad. Figured we should just have a continuation of what we sort of started on the front. Hey, love. I think it'd be really cool. So let's do this so you can sort of see what I did. I'm really just trying to gluing underneath, you know, bottom to the paper to itself. And it works pretty well if I don't use too much. I use my fingers, it seems to work better. I don't know, I'm afraid I'm pulling stuff off with that. It's pressing down without gluing it to yourself. Maybe. Maybe. If I don't use any glitter glue. I might have to use glitter glue, we'll see. Glitter glue should turn clear, but oops, speaking of which, let's not do that. So you get to see some of the process. Yes, I'm in camera, that's good. There we go. Now, I can leave it just the 3 and put something here, which I could, like I said, keep going, right? So where's the paperwork? Where's my papers? Where's my papers? I can tag it, circle it. I liked having that little circle of something there. That front was really cool, having that just right there. And I used foam. I used a little foam sticker pad there, so it stuck up, stayed up. And so it wasn't just trying to glue flat on the ribbon. So that was an easy fix. I just don't know. A square by itself, no. If I do something to the bottom and lay it over so the ripples are underneath, but I really like it. I just feel like something needs to cover that last little tidbit. Like it needs to have one more layer and then we need to like sort of blend it in. So let's do this. Stay. And we do a little this and a little on the bottom here because we need it to stay down somewhere. Alright. Get my trusty. I do need to use these more often. I really should have remembered to do these more often. I was watching somebody and they use them all the time and I'm like, why did I not think about that? Hey, mister. And then the other cat decided, let's go back inside. Which he's been out here a lot. His chin is much better, if you had been watching me. His abscess bled for a while. I don't know if it was a full abscess. It was definitely infected. The antibiotics are kicking in and working. He's eating more, which is great. He is, you know, just as feisty. Been outside more in the evening, which is not my favorite thing, because that's what got him into trouble, but, you know, he's in all day. And so, you know, we're working it. But, isn't that pretty? That works. Okay, let's cover that up. Because I want to put some other things down here. And I did pull out, so I didn't keep having to do this, I did pull out my not so watery glitter. The studio stuff, I don't know what it came from, but is not full of water. So, stoked about that. We will do some accents with, I think, that. Takes a little longer to dry, but it also doesn't, you know, bleed my yellows to blue. Alright, now I can do the same thing I did with the other one, and I can make it puffy, but I think I'm just going to glue it straight down. I don't think I'm going to do anything fancy with this one. It has a slight straight edge because I goofed, but we're going to line that up with the edge of the ordeal. Yes, you can see. Hopefully the lighting's better. Sorry about that on the last one. Halfway. I mean, I did catch it and we fixed it. But, no, it's a really cute. I think it's coming along really nicely. For not really knowing what I was doing at first. And then I'm like, well, let me try this. So we're going to just sort of rip a not so perfect. Yep, there we go. Not so perfect. Not quite what I was expecting. Shoot. Guess I can try again. I don't need a big piece, but I wanted something. I'm trying to figure out, do I cut it? Do I overlap it? And then I feel like I need something in the middle, and I don't have something in the middle right now. I guess we are going to do that. Maybe I can cut this out in a way where it's overlapped with the lace and the tissue. Because just tissue right now, I don't feel like I want to put it underneath. That's fine on top. This is not quite, there's a shape in here, but, yeah, no. May have to find a different type of something. So this is where I really would have liked to have my new stuff handy, but, maybe I layer it and I don't care, but then you can't see it at all. I don't have this bundle, but this would be more like across the bottom here if I just wanted to glue it down. If I can get it to glue down. It has been rolled for so long. Across the bottom is pretty. But I've got to get it to stay. And it may go on top of everything. That's going to be one of those. I'm going to have to glue and hold that. So we'll do that sort of last. I forgot how to. Anyway, I think it was somewhat. It's like a glitter. A little bit. Go the opposite direction. It just keeps spinning. Never mind. I was like, I think it was you use it to tie stuff. So it's almost like a ribbon you would use from something else. That didn't help. All right. Well. Because there's sort of this ripped paper here that I'm tempted to use and place in the corner and have it pop up. And maybe we can tuck a little bit of lace and something behind it. Well, you get to see some fussy cutting. Well, let's see. I can't really respond to yesterday's video because I'm ahead of the game. What else? Well, as I was trying not to make this video too long because I didn't have a lot to talk about. Cat's doing better. The weather's, well, it is. Well, like I said, pray for everybody. We all got a slight cooling trend for a few days before it all ramps back up. I was trying to figure out what the shapes are like. The nice thing is some of the stuff is so soft you could sort of create your own shape within. And then problem is that it really does feel like it's somewhere else, like a different angle. I'm doing it upside down. You don't know if I like that. I have to figure out how to like keep the layers working in a way that change the shape. That did not work as I was hoping. Maybe on a different angle, but this is too far out, and I don't know what I cut out that I wasn't supposed to cut out, but there is something missing. So I probably should have gone straight down, maybe here, and that would have been a little more scrap papery. Well, shoot. I couldn't tell if the papers went here or went, that's like more backing, because it, so I was like, if I went down, it just didn't work as I was hoping. Well, bummer. Alright. I don't know, it reminds me of a weird shape. It reminds me of something weird. Well, you never know till you try. Let's see, what else? Nothing is quite working as I was hoping in this corner. I think it's this. I just can't get that to do what I want it to do. You know, what laces do I have? Hold on. I have other laces. I just have to see if there's something at the right delicate nature that I can use. That, didn't know if I had like a square thing, something I could cut a square almost out of that was wide enough to work with, but sorry, it's hanging from my ceiling-ish type thing, so I was just sort of looking. That would change the whole look. I have some really pretty, almost eyelet pieces, which are whiter, but I have one I like, but I think it's too thin. Let's see. Let's get the proper scissors. Sorry guys, hold on. That one's wider. Let's try it. I don't know. And it's tea-dyed, so it has that beigey color. And I just need to wait for the tool to show up. But then I could weave it through or wipe it through and just, you know, glue it over. And that sort of nature. Why don't you just do that? Maybe I'm making this just too hard. I'm thinking too much about it, not just going for it. Yeah, maybe. Maybe I'm just thinking too much about it. Let's just get this slightly decorated, get the last thing tucked in. Yeah, I left that open too long. Gosh darn it. Oh, wait, there it is. Maybe get it through. There we go. Gotta pass that little hard, dry spot. Alright, well, like I said, I wanted to do a little decor with you. I wanted to show you the last of this. I want to definitely show off the cover, where I got with it. But my thought process were the inside of the cover. We are leaving the brown wood as it is, just like we have a lot of the brown paper showing for the pages. We're not losing that look. We're not going to get rid of the rough. We're not going to get rid of the reuse, the repurpose. We are going to let that shine, because why not? That way everything else could sort of be its own, it's spotlighted, right? It has a nice simple background that's just not covered with a bunch of stuff, and we can let it shine on its own accord. So we're going to do it this way. I'm going to lay it out. I like the fact there's an angle here that matches that, so that helps. Let that dry for a second. And then we're going to lay it down and hope I can get that other piece of lay down. It's at an angle a little bit, but that's okay. And I'm hoping I can get it to maybe right across the movie theater looking whatever. Oh, let's get some glitter. Well, let's get some stuff down and see if we can glue it down. Well, then we'll be, I think, about done, ladies and gentlemen. I don't really have much else to do. I gotta find more I think I definitely need to find more papers. Maybe to insert beside and around. You know, right now I have a coffee dye in between every set of two of our tattered pages. Oh, come on, stick. There's not much there to stick to, I think, is the problem. There's just not much material to stick it to. It's getting there. Alright, just keep gluing, just keep gluing. And I'm going to go all the way across because I do want it to extend out. And I have more of this than I know what to do with. My Mary Kate lady uses it as her signature tie to everything we buy, so when she drops stuff off, I'm like, oh, more gold, which is not a bad thing. I'm like, oh, I'll put that to use. I'll put that to use. There we go. Gonna be a little wiggly. That's all right. Keep pressing. Keep gluing. Keep gluing. Keep gluing. Ta-da! Oh gosh, my poor top. I gotta decide what to do with this soon. It's not holding up. No, I mean it's holding up, but it's taking a beating. Not so sure how long I want it to last. Okay, so then that would hold our journal card that has our cute little tags in the back, right? Where you could pull those out and write more on the, but it is bumpy. It does have some embossing on it, so it was a weird emboss trial and error. See, there's that. Shows a little bit of that. That pops up. That matches that. Everything's very, the front and back have a lot of similar feel, of course, but they're not exact, which is great. You close it and you just see the potential of stuff, and we don't even have the pages in here, so I don't even know what it'll show when we actually have pages in here. Let's look, ladies and gentlemen. Let's sort of fluff the pages, put them in here. Oh, it's even that much thicker, which is fine. This is a pretty wide, it's not very tight. I couldn't get it perfect, so you do this, and it's definitely going to have to stay tied, because if I let go, it definitely pops up. It won't open all the way, but it pops up. Now, once this is glued, sewn in, who knows what it'll do. It may decide that because of where it is, it's always going to pop open. It's going to be really fun trying to sew that in. Oh, my goodness. But look at that. You don't even really see the back. So here's, I did all this work because I was worried about what would see through. And you see the pages. Duh. But as you got to the back, you do have pretty things on the inside back that match the front. Right? And we've got some stuff here. We've got a very thick journal card with tabs in it. So you have a journal card here with, I'll make something to go here in the front. It is my file folder journal card. And these are all using a paper kit that I printed 2 up. And cut up. I printed 4 up. Made, and made stuff. I grabbed, a bunch of coffee dyed items that I purchased, and I just threw them in here for some pages. Right, so I have to decide if I want to put any more coffee dyed papers in between the pages. I think I have one set of pages that has nothing in between it, which is just, it's just this one. Oh yeah, I have, I think it's just this. No, I'm missing one. Oh, there it is. This one doesn't have anything, so maybe if I can find a purpley based coffee dye, maybe or eco dyed, I'll put it in there. So we can add one more. I don't know how I ended up with one not there, but we are definitely heading towards all kinds of fun things. Stuff to do a little bit more. Middle's all decorated, and away we go. So, alright, well, next time you see this, I'll cross our fingers that it is finished and I get to show it off with the tabs, the tuck-ups, the touch-ups, the notebook, and the with this done, and the other side is something I can tuck up into. So you may have a few pockets that you get to put your own little thing in them. But yeah, I have to definitely level this out where it fits. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be fun to sew in. Oh my goodness. All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, there you go. There's the inside pockets. We are all set. We have pockets. We have places to put these very heavy journal cards without worrying about them falling out. The front cover is all done. I love it. So you'll have to keep an eye out for it. You saw it here, but it'll probably be up on Instagram, the page, so you can see it. And then, of course, this was our teaser to our preview today. But I thank you so much for joining me on a second day as we sort of work our way through this and try to get another journal under my belt and out the door to a lucky home that may want to look at it. And one of my fellow purple lovers out there, you gotta have a love for purple, and if you do, this is definitely something to ooh and ah over and look at. The gorgeous digital pages created by Pixie Dust Files, and go look at her stuff. And if not, if it's something that you can't afford the ink or can't able to purchase it, well, then I hope maybe you will take a look and a gander at my journal and maybe purchase it. So, but keep an eye out. I'll let you know on Instagram or here when it's up for sale, and we'll go from there. Okay, guys, love you all. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.